So it starts off with the Black Sun eclipse starting, making every firebender extremely nerfed. Out here looking like Draymond Green, straight washed as hell. But let's backtrack though, because before the eclipse started, Zuko thinking about how he gonna confront his pops. Zuko like, don't worry mom, pops is gonna pay for what he did to you. Time for me to beat some sense into bro. Then Zuko walks out, preparing to teach his pops a lesson. The gang and their allies prepare to infiltrate the Fire Nation capital. But Aang pulls up to the palace to face the Fire Lord, but he finds no one home. Turns out Fire Lord Ozai dipped down in a hurry because he knew what was gonna happen to him. Bro turned into Damian Lillard out here running from an ass whooping crazy. Aang starts tweaking out. Fire Lord Ozai, where are you? I'm ready to whoop some ass. Aang tells the gang that Ozai is somewhere remote eating good and not having to worry about nothing. Sokka's like, nah, he probably somewhere close on the ground. Toph like, say less, I know where to find this bozo. The gang decide to try and find Ozai because Aang don't like people ducking smoke. The eclipse is starting in a minute and the team are moments away from infiltrating the Fire Nation. But it's not looking good for the Fire Nation. They're in shambles right now. Fire Lord Ozai, it's time for you to see the afterlife. But then they realize it's Azula on one of the thrones. They're flabbergasted. They really thought Ozai was just chilling there. We get to Zuko. His heart pounding hard as hell. The last time he stood against his pops was when he talked out of turn and half of his face turned into red school. Zuko, my son, why have you come to see me? I got something to tell you. That thing about Sing say, Azula turned the Avatar to past tense, not me. And the thing is, he survived and probably leading this invasion. Ozai furious as hell. Get your ass out my palace, boy. I'm gonna say what's on my chest. You gonna listen to me now, jackass? My man Ozai took a seat. Zuko was not playing. Then we get back to the gang. They pressing Azula asking where the Fire Lord at. But you know Azula, she ain't saying nothing. But remember, the Firebenders are temporarily a group of Thanasises right now. The best she can do is stall and have a full-on yap session. The gang is shocked. They thought fire was the only thing she could do. But remember, Azula has strength, IQ, and agility. But not only that, she picked up reinforcements. The invasion forces start to take over the capital city. The firebenders pull up and try to defend it, but it's no point. They're powerless, just like Jalen Brown's left hand. Now to Zuko, all bro wanted was for his dad to love him and to regain his honor. But now he realizes he was just trying to please him. So this father and son conversation continues where Zuko talks about how no other nation like the Fire Nation for real. Ozai is not having it though. Dang, Unc really fried your brain, huh? Then we pan back to Azula and gang, where Azula just running around and stalling and let her goons do her light work. Azula out here running from the grind, and Sokka's like, damn, she really fine up close. Then the gang come to their senses and realizes Azula was just toying around with them, and she wasn't even trying to win the fight for real. She just wasting time.
Right. I think your friend just said that, genius. I should tell you, I'm rolling my eyes.
Toph like, shut up before my blind ass fooled you like an omelet. Sokka realizes she was only just baiting him and tries to leave, but then Azula says some nasty work.
Sokka's your name, right? My favorite prisoner used to mention you all the time. She was convinced you were going to come rescue her. Of course, you never came, and she gave up on you.
Dang, those tears started flowing out instantly. Bro, like light Yagami. This is my first time in my life I've been provoked to hit a woman. Now back to Zuko and Ozai once again. Zuko talking about how he gonna release Aang out of prison and join the Avatar so Aang can make sure Ozai can see Sozin in the afterlife. Zuko out here switching to the good side. You love to see it. Zuko don't want to personally take down his pops because he knows that's Aang's light work. My boy Aang finna handle it when the time is right. Zuko wants Aang to do his pops just like when Omni-Man pounced on Mark. But Ozai pulls out the mom card. This is obviously bait. Ozai just want to keep Zuko in so that after the eclipse he can catch Zuko lacking and use that grown man firebending strength. But you know Zuko, he just wants to know what happened to his moms. So he stays for a bit and continues listening to his father's yap session. The eclipse ends and Ozai's like, this is what you get for betraying the Fire Nation, little son. This sick bastard is trying to kill his own son. You hate to see it. But remember, Unc Iroh taught Zuko how to redirect lightning, so bro's not going down without a fight. I don't care what y'all say, this is a top 5 Avatar scene, no cap. Zuko seamlessly redirects at his pops, causing a huge explosion at the throne. Your own son using your own power against you is low-key crazy. But before Ozai wants a round 2, Zuko quickly flees. We get back to Azula, and she's like, damn, the cooldown over, that's tough. She jolts fire at them and quickly escapes. Sokka really let Azula gain his feelings, now the invasion is cooked. Aang is still trying to put pause on Fire Lord Ozai, but it's too late. Get him some other time, little bro. We get back to the invasion, and since the eclipse over, the firebenders come back with the meanest get back. Aang and Katara try to fight him off and the rest of them dip like Buddy Hill to De'Aaron Fox. We get back to Zuko. He tries to see if his Unc is okay. Then we see that bro busted out of there. These Fire Nation guards really thought Unc was just gonna sit there and chill. Bro got the AirPods in and went straight to grinding. Bro was not skipping a single workout. Not only did Uncle Iroh broke out of prison, he had the guard completely wasted. Where my old ass Unc, little bro? I don't know, that old guy got an extreme buff to his power, I can't explain it. Now to the Invasioners. They're stranded because the Fire Nation out here putting up Kawhi Leonard defense. They completely violate their submarines. So the only way they can dip out of there is that the young people ride out with Appa and the adults stay as prisoners. The kids manage to escape, but you know Azula, she ain't letting nothing slide. But this time she lets them go scot-free because she know they ass finna be right back soon. But do you know who is gonna follow them though? My boy Zuko. He's gonna try to make things right with Team Avatar, even though this guy did a lot of bad things to them throughout the series. Bro think he on the team. Him being included with them is gonna be tough, so good luck to bro.